You can never love a woman more than she loves herself. Okay? Common misconception in marriage today is that I pour all my love into my wife and it will fix all the things that needs to be fixed, right? And this is so far from the truth, it's not even funny. Okay? Being of service to your wife is great, and that comes with this idea of no expectations. In other words, you should not be expecting anything in return for being of service to your wife. However, what we see kind of husbands do is instead, they get very invested in trying to overlove their wife. It is a form of pleasing, and there's expectations associated back. If I do this, you do this for me, and it's coming from that place. Now, this is why it's critical for you to understand that you can never love your wife more than she loves herself. So let's kind of dive into that. Okay. So your wife's being of service to you, let me explain that. This depends on her feelings. Okay. How much your wife is of service to you depends on her feelings. Women feel, then act. Whether this is sex, intimacy, attention, doing things for you. And it's actually directly correlated to her emotional state, right? So if your wife's emotional state and self-worth image is at a all-time low, then her view of herself will not make her feel like she's desirable or that she's worthy of your love. Simply put, she cannot accept your love the way that you give it. Doesn't matter how much you give of it, she won't be able to accept it, right? Now, then you look at the next part, which is like, because naturally, what happens at this point, right? You're asking yourself, well, am I doing something wrong? Is something wrong here? Right? From the outside, it looks like I must be doing something wrong. She doesn't love me. Now, you can do things to change or to be more effective. But the reality is that you can only build her up so much and give love only so much that she's able to receive. And how much she can receive has to do with where her feelings are, where her self-image is at. Okay? And she has her own bullets, right? Which are the cause of this challenge that we're talking about, right? So some of these can be kind of short term and it's just a mood swing. And some of these can be long-term stuff from childhood. And you cannot fix her. You cannot fix this for her. What you can do is be of service by creating a safe space, an emotionally safe space, so that you can actually work through it and express it to you. Okay? See, the way women deal with their insecurities is different than men, right? This is her way of pulling her own bullets. And while you cannot directly do it for her, you are able to create an environment for her in which she can do it herself. Okay? And that environment is an environment of emotional safety and security where she can say and do whatever she wants and you don't get triggered. You're holding the space for her. You're not blaming her. You're not judging her. None of that stuff. Okay? And when she pulls her bullets, that will alter her feelings, okay, about herself. And then at that point, she can step into being able to accept your love. Because now she sees herself as somebody worthy of your love, somebody worthy to be desired, okay? But if you attempt to love her before doing this, she will reject it because she's not in that place of accepting that higher level of love from the outside, okay? And that's because what she feels towards herself on the inside.
Yeah, and I think it's important to put in a little bit of a warning here, because helping her is not highlighting her flaws. Helping her is not, hey, these are the things that you should work on. Hey, you're so like your mother when you do this, this, and this. Right? Women know what their struggles are. Women know the things that they need to work on in most cases, by and large. they know what they need to work on, right? But they're in their journey, they're on their journey, and they're getting stuck wherever they're getting stuck. They're challenged by whatever they're challenged with. They're more comfortable in the struggle than trying to deal with it, right? And that's her journey. So you helping, as I said, isn't about highlighting what she should be working on or what her flaws are. Your help is creating the environment that Andre was just speaking about, and also working on yourself, and in doing that work, alter the leadership that you're bringing. Because inside of working on yourself, especially through the Bulletproof Husband, there are multiple avenues where you actually discuss some of that, right? Whether it's the Bulletproof Apology, right? All of that communication will communicate to her the things that you've been working on in relation to yourself, which opens up conversations, which opens up a different level of leadership in relation to her working on some of her stuff. So I just wanted to make sure we got that warning in.